Hey everyone! Back with my latest video log. I am filming in the car because me and Rye are on the way to the Slipknot concert. Yay! Super excited. They're my favorite band. I'm sure everyone knows that on social media by now. And so how to be a meathead at a concert. I am drinking aminos and like a thermo powder on the way over so I don't fall asleep. And I brought Quest bars. I'm sneaking them in. So anyways, I've been really busy and I'm going to be busy, so I wanted to make the film now because I just, wanted to get it over with. So I'm in the car. It's kind of weird, but anyways, so today is 2 weeks out. Really excited. This week has been pretty brutal, not gonna lie. It's tested me literally every single day, but I got through it and I'm making progress, and that's all that matters. And I've never done a show where at 2 weeks out everything's all fucking great, so this is pretty normal and expected, so I'm just moving right along. Anyway, so today what I wanted to talk about was two things which both kind of tie into visualization, but one, how to mentally keep it together when you're really close to a show, and then two, having a post-show plan. So what I'm doing right now is a carb cycle. So every day my food is different, or every I have a 4-day carb cycle, so yeah, literally every day is different. So what I would suggest for people to do is to really plan your food ahead, either the night before or the morning of. And obviously this doesn't apply if you have a meal plan that's pretty set, but if you have macros, I would either write down the meals that you're going to want to eat so you don't even have to think about it when the day comes and you're hungry and you're like, oh, maybe I should have this. No, just go with the plan. It makes things a lot easier, especially when you are stressed out because you are close to the show. So I've been prepping all my food the night before, putting everything, measuring it out in the Tupperwares, whatever, just getting it ready to go. And then I don't have to think about it the next day, which has been really helpful, especially with doing the carb cycle, and everything has been so different. So that's the first thing. Second thing, really visualize the show and go over the show scenario over and over and over again. And that can really help, when you're feeling tired and you feel like shit and you don't want to train or you don't want to pose, you don't want to do anything, that really kind of grounds you back to like, why am I doing this? And then also as far as the posing side of it, when you visualize, even if you don't know what the stage is going to look like, you don't know the judges are going to be there, you don't know what the lights are going to feel like, but you can imagine in your mind what it's going to be like, so then when you get there, it's like you've already done it before. So visualization is a huge part of success in all athletics, but especially I think as the show gets closer, because like last time we talked about veggie brain, so you're kind of, a little bit out of it, and especially when your motivation is down and you just feel really tired, the visualization I think really helps. So that's all the stuff pre-show. Oh, and also what I do, just because I'm OCD and super type A, is I make a show schedule and I have everything written out, the times and the appointments and everything, so that everything flows really well and you know exactly what you're going to do exactly every day. And I think that also helps. Again, maybe everyone listening isn't as crazy as me, but if you are, then I would suggest writing it all down so that, again, no stress. And that really helps me, because if I stress, I hold water, I don't look as good, and then I don't do as well on stage. So I try to take all the stress out before the show and the few days leading up to it, so that I'm really mentally ready to go. Now for after the show, having a post-show plan. It's almost as important as visualizing for the show. So, when you're not feeling good and you're tired and you don't want to do another cardio session, you don't want to eat another stupid piece of chicken or whatever, you get through it because the show is coming up. After the show, it's really easy to get lost in, oh, well, the show's over, fuck this, kind of the fuck it mode that we talk about. And if you don't have a plan, it makes it really challenging. So what I like to tell people to do is, and for myself also, is really think about what foods you've been craving specifically, or what drinks you've been wanting to have, or whatever, and plan your night after the show meal. And you may not know where you're going to be going, of course, but if you do, then that's even better. Plan that. But have an idea of, okay, I kind of want this, I want that, and then that way you kind of limit the overindulgence and you just enjoy your meal and you move on, and then you start with your reverse diet, or with whatever everyone calls it. For me, I call it a reverse diet, and that's when we strategically add food back in and lower my cardio. Again, my training doesn't really change, so that never really is anything different. But set up your reverse dieting plan. And a lot of times I've fallen guilty to this too. I think once I set something up, if I don't follow it to the T, then I'm like, oh, again, super type A. I'm like, I failed, I can't do this. No, be flexible with your reverse dieting plan, or be flexible with everything, of course. But so set up this idea of how you want to do things, but don't be afraid to change that at some point. But at least having that kind of plan and that reverse diet set up of, okay, I think that we're going to add food in this way, I'm going to have a treat meal this day of the week, and I'm going to do this much cardio this week after the show, and so on and so forth. That really, really helps, again, the visualization of having another goal and not just saying, oh, the show's over, I'm done. Because trust me, after the show, it's like your body it just like loses all motivation to want to do things, and you're hungrier, and there's nothing driving you like, oh, I'm going to be in a bikini in front of a million people in a few weeks. Like, you don't have that anymore. So you really need to find that inner motivation, which our self-control gets drained by a lot of things, and a competition prep is very draining. So that's why the post-show rebound is a very crucial time, because it is so easy to fall into that, oh, I'm just going to eat whatever mode. So really kind of have a plan and really visualize how you want things to go. A, obviously for the show, that's number one. And then 2, you want it, or A, B, not 1 and 2. Okay, yeah, A or B, 1 or 2. And then visualize how you want the reverse diet to go afterwards. Again, be flexible with it. You can change it at any time, but having that plan is really going to help in the long run. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I wrote down the feedback from the Q&A. I got some really good questions, so I'll be filming that and posting that probably later this week. Thanks everyone, bye!